Welcome, guys, to the Old School Runescape podcast, OSRS podcast, where we talk about new updates, JMods, RuneFest, literally anything going on with RuneScape that is exciting. I'm one of your hosts, Mint Mad Cow, joined by...
What's happening, boys? Rakesy as always.
Hello, everybody. Your new host, Bryce Scott.
the YouTube guy, right? There we go.
Yeah,
And
the Iron Man guy.
we're going to be talking about the new Zeah expansion, and Rice Cup knows a ton more about this, so me and Rakesy are just going to be standing here kind of reacting to it, just like most of you in the comments, probably.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Zeah. I hate going there. I literally go there for nothing. Like, I got 99 Slayer before Zeah Slayer was a thing, so I really don't go there at all. I charge my DFS there, that's about it.
That's
So, if you guys want to just go through the official RuneScape post for this video-wise, feel free to just play that before we get right into the meat of it.
Should we start with the video then?
Yeah.
Alrighty, beautiful.
Through the new expansion to Zeah, the Kebos Lowlands. This new addition to Zeah extends west of the Lava King area and north of Mount Quidamorton. The Lowlands include two new quests, the Forsaken Tower and the Ascent of Arceus. These quests will help set up future stories on the continent. The Farming Guild, originally discussed at RuneFest 2017, will be included as a part of the Lowlands as well. The guild will be split up into 3 tiers, each requiring a different farming level. Within the guild, you'll find new and old patches, as well as some new crops for existing patches, and also a unique anima patch, which provides worldwide effects for farming. On top of all of that, the guild will also include a growable demi-boss. In the north of the lowlands, Brimstone can be found. Brimstone boasts a unique Slayer Master called Konar,
Yeah,
who
this is
offers
dope.
area-specific
That
Slayer
sounds cool.
tasks.
This is
and a
amazing.
lot of stuff.
unique drop
There's
table
tons of
for
stuff.
killing mobs
I thought there was
on a
already a
Konar
farming
task.
guild.
Beneath the volcano
No,
of Brimstone,
But there's a
is
farming
brand new
mini
Slayer
quest
dungeon.
thing that you can do
There's
on Zeah,
still
right?
farming,
Yeah, that's
and let's
called
just
type
say
farming.
no one likes
That's
that.
just just to
horrifying.
train farming. That's
Yeah,
it.
and like
That's all it is.
yeah, this is gonna be much better. I
It's
think.
like the lava rune crafting of farming, basically.
Okay.
It's not that
Except
fast.
it's not efficient. It's not really efficient at all.
Yeah,
so
not really. It's
you're there for the
Home to
rewards.
worms,
It's
traps,
horrifying.
and hydras. Killing hydras will require level 95
This is the
Slayer,
big
and if
thing I
that
want
doesn't
about
sound challenging enough for you, maybe you'll be more interested in the new Hydra Slayer boss. And to top off the additions to Zeah, Mod Kieran announced a new achievement diary, which will span both the lowlands and Korend. Next up was Mod Aiza, who
What a
spoke
cutie.
about a few things to expect from PvP. He started off by talking about the Bounty Hunter
Alright,
rework.
we're
Oh,
done.
okay, there we
That's
go.
where I got
all right. Well, first before we jump into it, I'm gonna just say my first thoughts. The
Yeah,
Hydra
you choose impressions.
seems dope. I mean, I'm just saying. I think it's gonna be a solo boss coming out, so this new update's gonna have farming, skilling, new Slayer Master, and a solo boss.
Yeah,
Ton of
you
content.
excited for it
Oh,
based
dude.
on these initial ones.
Because Inferno is way too long for me. I love a challenge, though. I just don't like the stamina of it. So if I can get right into a boss, I'm excited. You know?
Yeah.
So what, you think they're gonna bring out a boss this like Wintertodt for farming?
No, what the fuck?
No, but like,
I thought that
there-
was
What
what
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
the
he was-
fucking
no, he was
dragon!
saying-
he
It's
was
a
saying
dragon!
Hydra. He was saying it's easy to get into the Hydra boss because then you just get right into it. Whereas Inferno's like to beat Zuck, you need hours and hours of. practice.
Okay, but I swear at RuneFest they said something about they were gonna bring out another like skilling boss.
They
Right?
did. It's a farming boss, and you
They-
kill it
yeah.
so you can get reward for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be
That's
sick.
fair.
I like the sound of that.
It's not as big as Wintertodt. It's like a Remember the Ivy boss, the Ivy plant from the original RuneScape.
Isn't that in Mario?
The J Vine. It's kind of like that.
What
Kinda
the vines that used to cut on like the side of Falador Castle?
No, like there's this thing. There
I
was
have
this,
no
there was
idea
this
what
thing,
you're talking about.
like in original RuneScape, right? Like I don't know, maybe 2010 or something. They introduced the J Vine.
The
How'd you spell
G-Vine.
that?
You get the seed.
Is that the random
Yeah, just-
event that beats your ass?
No, it's not the random event. No, this is like 2010 or 11. But
That's when I got hacked for the 8th
probably
time.
2008 or 9 actually. Might
think I
be
quit.
2009.
Wild
But yeah, you
Jade
get-
Vine.
Yeah, wild J Vine. You get the seed, and then you plant it, and then every like I don't know 2-3 days or a week, you get to fight it, and then you get XP for it. But instead, this one, I'll elaborate more. But it's like a similar concept. You get the seed, you plant it, and then you get to fight it on a like some sort of occasion, on some sort of
Yeah.
interval. But yeah, it's like that. That's it. But what do you think about the little trailer that the old school or ML Goody made for old school?
I think it was
What
really
was
well.
the
And
other
look at
ones?
he's putting in God's work with those updates, by the way. Shout out. That's really good. Really good editing. I'd like to learn a couple things from him, though. Really smooth transitions. And just,
Yeah.
it makes us excited about updates, right? Because people put so much work into it. You know, it has to be laid out in a way where people get excited for it. Because when they just put like a bunch of little patches, no one's really, you know, but you got a video.
Yeah, I like big
great.
and quality updates versus small, like, oh, quality of life this, quality of life that every week. I hate those. Those
Yeah.
are boring.
One day you can't buy
anyways.
battle stabs anymore. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
No, I think it's
So-
good. Zeah's massive, and like, I don't really like Zeah, to be honest. I'm kind of like, when it comes to RuneScape, I like the old school stuff. I stick to the stuff that I know, and like Zeah, I don't really get. And I don't know. I just don't have like a nostalgia. Obviously, I don't have a nostalgic sort of like
I agree.
feeling or
Yeah,
connection
you're
with
just,
the
you're
area.
just conservative, dude. You don't like,
Well,
you know, new
when it
I
places.
don't
first
like
came
change,
out,
man.
it was a
Why
bear.
did they build this fucking massive continent? That you have to have graceful. If you don't have graceful, you need stamina. If you ain't got either, you're fucked.
When
Like,
Zeah
just don't
first
do it.
came out, I thought they were just going to add like a little town in the vicinity, kind of like a Varrock, and I was really excited. But they added a whole continent that was bare bones and empty,
Yeah.
and obviously it was
Yeah.
going to be empty because
I
they
mean,
just
now it's a
made
lot
it.
better. Trust
But-
me on this.
Yeah, I think the
It's
more
got
they
more
add
stuff.
to it, the better. To be honest,
Yeah,
like
for
the more
sure,
they
for
make
sure.
it feel like an actual, like, because the thing is,
Place.
let's face it, people don't just like chill in Zeah, do they?
No.
It's not
Except
like
at
a place
raids.
to chill.
The only
Maybe
place people chill is
anglers,
at raids.
maybe anglers.
That's it.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, raids and anglers probably.
Woodcutting guild.
So,
There we go.
Alright, you guys ready to get into like the meat of the whole dev blog?
Hell yeah.
Well,
Like,
well,
what's
here is
actually
the new sections
detail?
here, the picture, because if you guys can see it,
Yeah, we can.
we
see.
have the new Slayer Master area and then Cabos and stuff, which is pretty cool. I mean, the thing is, though, it looks like I hope there's a teleport because the walking
will
path
be,
is all the way
100%.
on the left.
They're
And
probably gonna put a teleport on the Slayer ring, to be honest.
I hope so, because if you have to unlock it again, because the whole thing about Zeah when you had to unlock the favor, I mean, no one
Yeah.
wants to do that. Like, it's worse than
Yeah,
runecrafting
yeah,
agility.
yeah. I'm sure it's gonna. There's gonna be a Slayer ring telling you.
And this is why this is big, because none of it's unlocked by favor. You can just go ahead and do it. And I wish they kind of took favor away in general, because putting like really good content, but you have to do this gross grind that you don't get any levels for. It's kind of RuneScape, but
Yeah.
not at the same time. You know what I mean?
I mean, they've made it so much easier, like faster to get this favor stuff. So it used to take hours for each one. Now it takes like a fraction of that.
I think I spent
So-
like 8 hours getting all of it, or 10 hours still.
Yeah, now
So
now it's like half. to
it's
be
like
honest,
a void
half of that
grind.
now.
It's like a void grind.
I
pretty much.
I
yeah.
have. I think the only one I have done is
Oh.
is it Piscalarius or
Yeah,
whatever?
it's a fishing one. Yeah,
That's the only one that I did. That was
Yeah.
literally it.
for anglers.
I
or
feel
something.
like a PVM
then-
god compared to Rakesy right now, dude. Just
And then on Rixie, I've done the
But then he
the
said Inferno,
Arceus one.
oh yeah, he does have enough. Never mind. Fuck it. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. So they're gonna expand the new place, but they're also gonna add on to existing stuff. You know, because like the diaries are gonna have a Zeah wide impact. Right?
Would you like to talk about the farming guild first?
Yeah, we're just gonna do it in order, I think. 'Cause,
Okay.
You know, it's just logical to
Here we
go
go.
down so we don't get lost. But yeah, one of the biggest things that Jagex pitched, not this RuneFest, but the RuneFest before, was Farming Guild. So like Farming Guild was supposed to happen before this RuneFest even happened, but like it got pretty much sidetracked, I guess. They're busy with stuff. So instead, they're bringing it out now. They're within the next few months.
Seems
But,
like
yeah,
there's
let's-
some tiers, right? So
Yeah. Anyways, can you like expand the click here to read more?
I did.
Up the deal?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea behind the farming guild obviously is to make your farming life easier with a bunch of rewards, and they're gonna also encourage low level people with low level farming to actually take part in it, because they're gonna do it in 3 tiers, right? Like you said.
Yeah, it requires
So
45.
You can get into farming guild as early as 45.
That's sick. I like that because no
Yeah,
one does
but-
farming. Everyone hates I love farming
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
A
Everyone
lot of
hates
people
it.
don't know how to do it, man.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
There's so many people that don't know how to farm.
Yeah. Starting
Tree
out
farm,
farming.
everything's
yeah.
so chill. It's so
Yeah,
chill to
yeah.
do.
It's just starting out, the whole concept of it is confusing to people. So like, it's just starting off is hard, but once you get into it, it's actually really easy.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
You just got to root it out pretty much,
Yeah.
and then you're just
Yeah.
take 20 minutes, root it out, get your inventory set up, boom,
Yeah, get
go
your
into farming.
compost, you get your seeds.
Easy.
But like, it's
fun.
all about knowing which ones and all that stuff, right? To get into that. But anyways, you can get in as early as level 45. There's some decent rewards for 45, but if you want to expand into like the other, the rooms and further rewards, you obviously have to be higher.
Dude, there's a
farming, so-
larger compost bin, a large compost bin with double the capacity of a normal one. Like, some of these are pretty dope. And that's just a
Yeah,
45
yeah.
one.
Mhm.
A
Yeah.
garden supply, it offers the same stock as the Falador Center.
Yeah, we can read through them like for first tier 45, and then get our comments in there.
So
if you guys
is this
want.
is this past the polls yet, or is this just something they've pitched?
Everything's being voted on right now.
Okay.
But we can discuss the polling stuff in a
Yeah.
at the end.
And we're not gonna sway anyone's vote, right? Scup we're not swaying it. We just wanted to give you guys information, right?
Yeah, like
I hate
our
when
thoughts
content
on it,
creators sway votes. That's not okay. All right.
Yeah. You made the point with the large compost bin. It's gonna be a new patch for pretty much I believe pretty much everything. A new allotment patch, herb patch. So like basically, if you want to get into like hardcore farming, you're gonna be here too because they got all the patches. So they even have a cactus patch. They even have a bush patch, and you can use all of this as early as level 45.
Oh, that's amazing. So pretty much it's a guild,
this is-
and you can farm there, but you teleport and it's like an extra patch for you.
Like not only can you do the usual stuff you normally do for farming, with all the different patches, you also get other rewards.
Do you think it'll be on the scaling necklace?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
They're
Then
gonna
that's
add
just
that in there for sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's really OP. I like
Yeah,
that.
just think about a double cactus patch, an extra bush
Dude,
patch.
I'm gonna buy a
So
shit
you're
ton
gonna
of
do,
seeds.
5
I'm
bush
merching.
patches, which is insane.
I'm merching, bro.
So-
Seeds are
Dude,
going
it's
up.
so funny hearing how like passionate Ree is about this because I've never had to worry about a bush patch in my life. I'm just great, another thing that I'm not gonna use.
This is particularly useful for Iron Man, obviously.
This man
'cause-
does 10 hours of PVM every day. He needs his bushes, okay? He
Dude,
needs them.
I'm playing.
I
I'm
don't even
playing
do
Iron
bush
Man
much
for-
anymore, dude. It's mainly for like
for-
mid-level Iron Man, I would say, because like all my shit, I get them just from PVMing nowadays, which is stupid. but-
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it is pretty
But
good.
you have insanely good rewards as 45. So like you're gonna be getting your ass over here ASAP, pretty much, just for all these different patches.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, second tier, obviously there's lesser rewards, but these
water
ones are more
source?
concentrated. Yeah.
A tree
that's-
patch. Okay, so
the
you
tree
unlock
patch is
more
huge.
patches when you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the tree patch is huge because that's like where high level skillers are gonna want this, right? For an extra
Yeah.
magic tree or something, right? That's
That's-
crazy. That's just gonna increase.
I have like
your rates. That's
90
just
magic seeds on my Iron
straight-
Man right now.
Yeah, that's just straight XP per hour increase by a ton here. They got this new anima patch, then the Hespori patch. These are the new patches for like new trees.
Oh,
And I'm just assuming that it's just gonna generally increase your XP per hour for farming, because then that's just the
that.
new thing.
Should-
But yeah, I want to talk about the History patch in detail because that's the one
Okay.
where the J-Vine thing, like the WoW J-Vine thing concept I was talking about from original RuneScape. But this thing, you can grow the boss, right? Where you can fight it.
So there is a farming boss, but it's not a dragon.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's not a dragon, so you're gonna kill it, and I'm assuming maybe farming level impacts it just kind of like how Tango Root was kind of like that too.
So
But
there's-
like you fight it, and there's a chance it'll drop something very valuable, which I think explains in the dev blog later on.
So there's
I
two
like
new
that. That sounds
patches.
cool.
Yeah.
And
The anima patch is pretty broken in my opinion.
as a worldwide
because-
effect, right? And that's for
Yeah,
you said
yeah.
experience? Worldwide effect for
It can
experience?
be it
Or-
has a different depending on which new stuff you plant. It'll
I'm
have a
liking
different
these new
effect.
worldwide things they're
Yeah.
implementing with skills like
Yeah,
fire making
yeah.
in the quest. Now it's farming.
so
I don't want to
this
get
anima
too out of
patch-
hand, but
Yeah. hmm
I like
Yeah.
it.
So this anima patch is gonna be hugely useful, even like for pretty much anybody. Like you gotta use this, but it explains more down there.
Okay, then we'll have to.
Third and final tier, I believe is just additional farm XP boost because fruit tree patch extra XP, spare tree patch extra XP, and also a
Oh
convenient way
yeah,
to get here.
85 farming. This is a ton. This is gonna
This
go for.
one is redwood patch. That's crazy, but it follows a pattern of like a higher level tree.
Dude, I'm
so
telling you,
they're
all
breaking that
seeds
out.
are gonna be going up in price, dude. You should
Yeah,
buy
so
them now.
this is gonna skyrocket your farming XP per hour.
But
even
I'm literally
further.
gonna log in and spend 100 mil
Yeah.
on like seeds. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
It's crazy. Like this new update is gonna make your farm rates go up like
I
crazy.
have to
As
buy
long
them
as you
for
have
the
money,
podcast is
obviously.
out.
Yeah, and depending on how rare they make these new seeds, if they make it really common, then it can be just free XP basically. It's
I
kind of like
expect
how
it to be free.
it's kind of like how teak and mahogany seeds
Only come
because
from
they
Zeah?
made
Or no,
are
sorry.
questionable,
Dig
right? They
Site.
made it so common, Yeah, it's the Fossil Island one.
Fossil Island. I said
They
dig
made
site.
those
Jesus
so
Christ.
common that it was just straight free XP for everybody. Because like literally you can buy a mahogany seed, which gives you like, I don't know, over 10,000 farm XP for like 100 GP or some shit. It's
Damn.
insane. I know, it's so
I didn't
stupid.
know That's good.
Yeah,
'Cause you get
yeah.
the
So,
Quarter of blood,
so
don't
I
you?
hope, yeah, you get a ton from anything, mole too. So I hope they actually make these red patches somewhat rare, because like otherwise it's gonna be broken.
They'll probably come from the solo boss.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
I hope it's rare like magic tree seeds, So
I mean,
it makes sense, right?
The trouble with farming is like it's one of those skills that isn't very fun because it's like it's not like
I have fun.
if they make it so you can gain XP through killing a boss for it, that is going to change farming. Because the way it is currently, it's like you plant your stuff, you go away for like an hour, and then you come back, or maybe 10 hours, depending on what it is. If they make it like way more interactive than that,
You're
and, like,
saying
there's actual
active.
fun to it.
You're saying active, so you don't have to do the waiting stuff. I mean, like people are into like the whole culture.
It's something
of
you can do in the
farming
back.
and
I
waiting.
think RuneScape is probably one of those games you just play with something in the background. Farming is
Yeah.
a skill that you can do in the background, so it's like double
Yeah.
RuneScape. You're just
Mhm.
in the background of the background. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I kind of like. But I'm wondering, is the farming boss gonna have a pet? Probably not.
I
There's
don't.
already a farming pet.
I know, but
but
there's 2 hunter
I-
pets, right?
oh yeah,
I don't really know if they're they're
Uh,
doing the pet for this one. They didn't mention it.
I think
as
people
far as
probably
I know.
downvote that out of
Yeah,
misery,
but anyway,
but-
so we're gonna get into the
farming contracts. What the hell?
I didn't
are
really
farming
read too much
contracts?
about this one, so
farming demi boss.
but I'm assuming farming contracts like a Slayer test. They just tell you what to plan. You possibly get farm XP for it.
I mean, I like
yeah.
that idea, but like it's kind of ridiculous in a way, in just my opinion. A
Oh, in exchange
farming
for seed
Slayer
packs. There we
master.
go. Sorry, it's not directly farm XP. You get seeds for doing the contracts.
Okay,
And I'm assuming these
so it's more like a tab, like
Yeah. So like I'm assuming these seed packs are gonna give you obviously RNG based, designated seeds, right?
That's probably where the
Yeah.
other seeds will come from than the anima.
Yeah.
and stuff.
Anyways, the farming demi boss, we talked about it a bit, but you kill it, and there's a chance it drops this thing called the bottomless compost bucket, which sounds
oh
amazing.
that sounds amazing. I like that.
It's gonna be amazing mainly for people that don't care about using lunar spells to farm, or have say fertile soil unlocked with the volcanic mine fertile soil buff.
I'm
So like
excited.
if you're one of those guys, that like OG that likes to compost anything manually instead of using the spell,
I do that
then,
all the
then
time.
this is for you.
Hope
for
it's not
sure.
too rare. That's nice because
Yeah, we don't know the drop rates though. but
yeah, we definitely wouldn't.
I'm assuming that it's gonna be decently rare.
And it's an
Anima
instance.
patch is also
What the hell? Okay.
Anima patch is a big deal, because depending on what you plant in that patch, it will affect the entire game. But there's one that will increase the yield of all other patches in the game for it doesn't specify, but I'm assuming at least herbs and like probably allotments and stuff, which is huge because you already had super compost, which has already increased your average yield a lot, and then you're gonna have the Atlas Seed will effect, which will probably increase it another, I don't know, maybe 10%.
So pretty much there's 3 types of anima seeds that go in
yeah.
anima patch, and they all have
Yeah.
something different. And we
Yeah.
actually know it too. So I thought it
The
wasn't
main one is gonna be the Atlas one, because that is insane. Like herb runners are gonna
increase yield to other patch.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's insane.
they're gonna jizz. They're gonna jizz over this. The other one, laser seed. See, this one, it could be useful, but the problem is that
it kind of sucks.
yeah, it decreases chance of other patches in the game, like in terms of disease. But it kind of screwed because like let's say you're doing an herb run, right? You rely on all of them to be done at the same time. But what if one of these makes one go by faster, but then all the other ones don't? But so essentially, you're still gonna do your herb run at the same time you normally did.
Sounds
So it
like a
just-
skiller problem right there,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, so it doesn't really make any sense. So like, what's the point if one of them just randomly, one of them is like less, grows slower, and then the other ones don't, right? So it's like
different
you still have
farming
to wait-
ticks.
Yeah, you
pretty
still have
much.
to wait for everything else to grow in order to do your run. So it won't really. I don't see it being a
Now,
big deal.
do you only have to grow one of these and you just let it sit there, kind of like how stuff protects your watermelons, or do you have to keep planting them?
No, I think it's just a one-time thing.
See,
unless you want to
that's
change it.
insane. That's insane.
Yeah, and the Chrono Seed has the same problem as the Laser Seed because like this plant increases the speed at which other patches grow.
Yeah, that's
By providing a chance to skip a growth. What if one of them grows earlier but the other ones don't? You're still gonna wait for the other ones to grow before you even do your run, right?
that
so,
would
like,
be
it's
a
kinda-
very small
kinda, like,
chance to be
pointless.
useful. Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
have to really
exactly.
need
I
something.
don't know.
Yeah.
That probably won't pass unless
Yeah.
they make it so like it tells you what patch is.
I
gonna be
mean, as far as I know, everything has passed.
Yeah.
In the
Oh,
polls,
really?
so, yeah.
Oh,
Well, people just don't
skillers
give a
and
shit, man.
PVMers, the only people
Yeah.
downvoting probably PK are just because
Well, we're
PKers
not-
are like,
we're-
our
I-
updates
I-
don't fucking
You
come
know,
out,
in,
you
in
know?
a, in a perfect voting integrity-driven world, we wouldn't have known the results already. But Jag is just like the stupid type of people that shows you results before the votes actually.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
shouldn't do
Blasphemy.
That.
Yeah.
I don't think they
Don't
should
you
do
dare
that.
talk
Yeah,
shit
so,
about
like-
my boy Jack X, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. They haven't fixed that problem for 5 years, dude. They're dumb for that. I'm just gonna call them out all the time for it. I never
Yeah,
looked
they-
at the
they really
Kellis
should
list.
do
I'll take Rice
yeah.
Cup's RuneFest ticket next year, dude. I got this, man. I'll be...
Yeah. Kellis Stress patch 85 farming. I actually didn't.
Oh, so is this a new one as well? A new
Yeah,
patch?
it's a new one. Yeah.
So lat, okay. Has fully grown, 16 hours. It can be harvested for a tradable resource. New wood. What the hell? Which can be turned into battle staffs? So you can grow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
battle
you grow
staffs.
battle staffs, baby. It's crazy.
You can grow.
Dude, that's cool. I like that.
They're
That's-
adding-
that kind of ties in with warding a little bit.
Yes.
I mean, like,
it does. That's
honestly,
sick.
this better be mad rare because if it's poorly balanced drop wise,
16
ooh, man,
hours. I mean,
money.
they've already.
It's just ready money, dude. No, I mean, besides the 16 hours, it's also the fact that they make it rare enough, you know.
I'm just saying, like, farming nowadays. I mean, I know you're an Iron Man, but from a main
Yeah.
perspective, it's not really worth it to do for money because everyone does it for XP now. So if
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
some
I mean,
way we can
this
get
could be
money out of
easy.
farming now, it would
Yeah.
be great because there's literally like
Or
Like,
or make
flight
it
money in
like
farming.
somewhat break
I
even
made my
type.
first 20 mil farming when 07 came out again, and
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore because all the seeds and
I mean,
know.
like, you still make money doing herbs. Let's be real. Let's be honest with that.
yeah, but it's on a
but
less
if you're gonna,
lower margin. If one of
But
them
if-
dies,
if-
no profit the whole
like,
run.
usually how it is nowadays is if you do tree runs, you accept the fact that you're gonna lose money because like, you're getting insane XP. That's like the trade-off, you know. So,
I
but,
just-
but yeah, I mean, I guess if they wanna,
More people
this
just do
viable
farming
for profit.
nowadays. So
yeah,
and when this update comes out, all the seeds are going to be sky high. So
Yeah.
I'm down for actually some just pure profit off farming. That's sick.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's an alchable price. So on their part, it's
well, it's gonna be a fixed price. You're always gonna get X amount of money from each,
exactly. So
which is alchables essentially.
okay,
But yeah,
so
Redwood patch. We all.
That sounds
obviously know.
interesting. I like that. I do like
Yeah.
that.
that's sick, right? And then we
I've
have
I've never made money from farming. I've always lost money.
Yeah, because you don't
Like-
do herb runs and you don't care about those.
No, I mean, the thing is, when I mainly do PVM, so my mindset for everything is why waste time getting rubbish XP when I could waste time making the most money I can per hour, and
And
then I
get
can
the
do
best
every
XP.
skill efficiently and not
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
worry about
exactly.
the costs. Do you know what I mean? So I've
Yeah.
never really
Well-
thought about it like that.
back in the
Yeah.
day, you could do farming every hour and a half and probably profit like 250K. At the end of the day, you're rocking at least 3 mil profit. Now you can't do that. But back,
And now you can get like 6 mil an hour for blood. Do you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
man.
It's
Like,
just
why?
GPs inflate up the bumhole because all the accables. So, but yeah,
But
it's
I mean,
a
for
concern,
Iron
it's a
Man, this is
concern.
perfect. Like, I have my hardcore. If I can make money from farming, that's crazy good.
yeah,
So-
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Now, I kind of skipped past some of these because like Redwood Patch, 90 large. We already talked
yeah,
about that. But
yeah.
dragon fruit trees. Have you ever had dragon fruit in real life? That is a weird
Yeah.
flavor. All right, let's
Assisting patch.
some One Piece
improvements,
shit.
Yeah.
some One Piece shit.
Yeah. Anyways, dragon fruits. I didn't read into this one.
Wait, they
but
don't exist already, right?
They don't. They
Okay, I was just gonna
But-
say.
Don't. I see. This gives you boost, fletching boost, which isn't a big deal, to be honest.
Who
'cause
gives a
students
shit
and
about a
stuff,
fletching boost?
But yeah, it also heals by 10.
Oh, and if you put a 10 in a vial, it can fully charge Dragon Fire Shield.
Okay. I mean,
Wait, what?
Yeah,
10,
Wait,
10
what?
fruit
That
to
sounds
fully
cool.
charge a giant shield.
that
But
saves
honestly,
some
that's
time.
that's so niche. Like, you know
It's,
what I mean?
it's I mean, it's just something cool. It's
It
nothing
has
crazy.
yeah, it has a use, but it's like, you know what I mean, not a big deal. It's like super mad deal.
A white lily protects all
yeah.
types of crops.
This existed back in the old RuneScape. So I know
Did it?
exactly
Okay,
what it does.
okay. And then
Yeah,
potato,
it just once you
cactus,
plant
farming.
it, no disease on.
You can
on
grow
your
snape
outputs.
grass. Sorry, I'm just jumping into it.
Yeah, go ahead. dude.
Snape grass, dude. Finally, I don't have to be a little bitch on my Iron Man and pick that shit up. That is horrible.
Oh, yo, I like what they say. But the introduction of Snape Grass would be removed from Nightmare Zone. Popping, let's get it. They should have done that years ago. But,
Exactly.
But same thing with potato cacti. If
So what I'm doing is I'm buying a shit ton of seeds and some snape grass, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I personally like this one with the snape grass one because like I don't know, but just picking it up is kind of annoying. But whatever. I'd rather farm it. Cacti is like it's like other than doing Calphite Queen all day long, you can farm them now.
You don't really use them too often either, right?
It's just for power leveling Herbler. If you're like in a rush to get some XP.
Okay, so that was pretty much a farming guild, right? We covered everything, so
yeah, definitely nothing much else to say.
And just to let you guys know, we got Brimstone, aerial fishing, the Diaries, the Forsaken Tower.
Foreskin, you're editing that out, right?
the Ascent of Arceus. So we have a lot here. Brimstone.
Like for me personally, I probably want to spend a lot of time on Brimstone because that's the new Slayer dungeon. And then
dude, let's get into that, man. I'm not gonna lie.
And also, I want to get into the Diaries and the other, and we'll get through everything. But I think we rather focus on the two that are important.
Dude, Brimstone sounds fun.
Yeah.
Let's crack into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Brimstone is in the new Slayer master area, and it's a dungeon. It's a Slayer dungeon with new Slayer monsters, and all the Slayer monsters there are gonna be considered dragon. So. Like I'm assuming something like Dragon Hunter Crossbow and then newly coming Dragon Hunter Lance is probably gonna wreck the hell out of those things, but depending on their stats, obviously.
That is cool. So a whole nother dungeon. So they have two dungeons
with a few new Slayer monsters.
Awesome! Oh my god! Because I have High Slayer on every account, and there's
and there's a bunch of rewards too that comes with all of them, which are really cool. Anyways, the Slayer Master though is quite unique because you know how like usually the Slayer Master will tell you kill a specific monster. Instead, they're gonna tell you to kill anything within a specific area, and which is
that's dope. It's so nice.
It's a big vague though because like just what are the parameters for specifying the area? Are they gonna do like the entire like? Say a country.
It could be like quadrants,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly. Or is it going to be like,
I thought I was talking about the dungeon.
No, area as in around the world.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like
Runescape.
little.
No, not the dungeon. No.
Like a town, huh? Oh my god.
I mean, I'm saying we don't know because they didn't specify it. Right?
Okay.
Like, what if it's just like a dungeon? Like if it's telling you to go to a specific dungeon. What if it's like anything in a city or around the city?
I could only assume that it would probably be the dungeon, and then like there's broke up into rooms, and there's just certain.
Oh no! It's definitely around the world. It's definitely around the world.
Oh.
So like I'm assuming they might do. I mean, they're obviously gonna do something like, kill anything in Slayer Tower, kill anything in Neve's dungeon, right? But what else? What if it's outside of those dungeons? How would that change? How else would they specify? But I don't know. But at least the dungeons.
I like the idea. I like the idea of variety Slayer, where it's like go and kill this somewhere else. I like that. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
The Dragon Haster. See, this is something that I don't quite understand. A little Joseph back there jumping on my bed. I'm looking at the stats of the Dragon Haster, and it's worse than the Zami Haster, as to be expected. The only trouble with Hasters is that they train defense.
Yeah.
So. Like
peers can't really use it.
No, that item right there I personally think that is dead content the minute that comes into game. And my reason for that is because anybody that is going to be using a Haster will be able to equip themselves a Zami Haster, right? Because you train defense and attack with it, right? I'm pretty sure you can't just train strength, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like a medium tier between obviously like a Dragon Spear and a Zami Haster. It's almost dead content as soon as it comes in.
And it doesn't have like a bonus against dragons, right? It doesn't have
this is something else. This is
okay, so it is pretty much going to be dead content.
Yeah, but here's the difference. It has a special attack, and it's a weird one. It has a really weird special attack. So
50% special attack, 50%
it has a special attack. Like, depending on how high your spec bar is, it'll reflect how hard you hit with it. So it could potentially become something like a PKing weapon. But the problem is that it's a hostile.
That's cool. So if you had 100, it basically says here, example, if you're using 50% special attack energy, it would give you a 50% accuracy and 25% damage boost. So if you were 100% and you used it, you would hit 100% of your max hit plus 25% of your max hit on top of that.
Yeah.
Which is, that could be like the final blow. That's
exactly.
That's kind of cool, actually.
That's why I said, that's why I said, like, oh, you know, maybe PKers. But it's like weird though, because again, it's you can't be on like one style. It has to be on control.
If it didn't train defense, it would be really good for Pierce, because Pierce like the combo DDS to Gmaul, so you DDS Gmaul and then Hasta with the remaining whatever you have, right?
Or you can do something like Dragon Dagger one time, you'll get it 75%, and then use 75% on the Hasta.
Or Darkbow Throwing Axe Spear, because it's always a little sliver at the end.
Yeah, because the thing with the Hasta is the higher spec you use, the higher hits. Right. So you don't want to technically use that at like 25%, you know, because you're not really.
Well, I mean, really, I have no idea. We got to try it out, right?
Exactly. Yeah, you guys would have to try it out, but yeah, it'll fucking.
I don't know how well that would do on a main though. Like, how would
that sounds?
You wouldn't.
That sounds really interesting.
It is
like if your max hit is like a 50 with it, and you have 100% spec, you're hitting a 50 plus 25% additional damage on top of that. Like that could be like, that actually could be good. In a couple of cases.
What if it's the only Hasta that trains strength? Now that would make it more available.
Because like right now, it's to me, I'm not a PKer, so correct me, but it feels like this weapon is really only designed for like mid-level account builds.
It's like a whip.
Because like, why would you use a Dragon Hasta if you're max main, right? You can use like Dragon Claw.
But the only trouble with that is that mid-level account builds don't like train in attack and defense.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be just for like those noobs doing Slayer, pretty much, and don't want a quest.
Exactly.
Unless there actually is a use, it will be dead content. But I had the same concerns, like when they released Vorkath and they were releasing Adium Rune Dragons. I said the same thing. I said like, what was it they were bringing out? Dragon Kite Shields and Dragon Plate Bodies. And I'm just like, this is complete dead content.
I haven't seen someone wear one of those in so long.
And like, I guess it's used for like Fashionscape and like
that's about it.
So it's something. I've got no problem with it.
Do we have a picture of how it looks, or is that not out yet?
Nah, it's like work in progress probably.
Right,
so like my point is that this looks like a mid-level PK weapon, but the thing is a Hasta. So
yeah, mid-levels can't use it.
Yeah, the mid-levels can't use it unless they make it like, okay, actually you can train as strength only. Then that would make it useful, because I feel like otherwise it's completely dead content.
I think they should consider that, because that could be a very high-priced item because it'd be made.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a very lucrative weapon for PKers, mid-level builds, right?
We got real into that, and that was just a Dragon Hasta. Let's be real.
Yeah, but it's a new item. I think that could be good. Like, if you're killing Bandos and you're, like, struggling to get the last hit, and, like, you got 25% spec and you spec with that Hasta, like, there's a big chance you're going to kill.
Why the hell would you have a Hasta, a Dragon Hasta doing Bandos, though?
That's what I'm just saying. It might become the meta, you know? You never know. Like, it might
it's got some interesting uses, man. I would say. But definitely potential for PK builds, as long as they change, you know what I mean, allow it to train the right XP single.
Is that a dog or a cat?
Yeah, man, a little smoky dude. Look at him. He's
so it's a
cute.
dog. I thought it was a cat the way it jumped on your bed.
It's a
Do you know what? Something really funny happened like 2 nights ago. So I had a really bad nightmare. Can't remember what it was. Like really bad. I woke up in the middle of the night, covered in sweat. My heart was beating. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Couldn't remember the dream. Smokey jumps up on the bed, instantly projectile sick all over me. He puked all over me and my fucking bed when I woke up, man. So I had to like change all the sheets and shit. I was like, for fuck's sake.
That is fucking that's horrifying. Oh my God.
I think
that's
he might
worse than a nightmare.
We might have been having the same nightmare, and he was terrified. He jumped up to see me. Just remember, he jumped up on the bed. It was pitch black, and I just felt all this warm shit hit me, and I was like, oh! And I turned the light on, and it was just puke everywhere.
It's fucking mortifying, man.
But what's more worse than your own puke is someone else's puke.
Especially waking up from a fucking nightmare. Oh my God. Okay, well, Boots of Stone. Now that. We were talking about dead content. Deader content?
This is not dead content.
No?
Basically, you need to wear this boot if you want to actually go inside the dungeon.
Oh, so there's a little bit of a handicap than like rev kits.
Yeah,
with the
but
bracelet.
anyways, I wouldn't worry about it. You just buy from the Slayer Master.
Okay, so it's nothing
That's good.
crazy. And then we got new
Yeah,
creatures.
but in order to get in there, you're gonna have to wear it. So that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got the new creatures coming in. We got Sulfur Lizards, 44
Yeah, you
Slayer.
can
So
talk
they
about
have
those.
low-level Slayer monsters. So it's not just like high, and they're considered dragons, so you can use the hast on them, I guess, for stab bonuses. So that could come in, because a lot of med levels could get in there and actually use that without any favor. So I can kind of see it being maybe a couple mil. Who knows? Then we got a thing called Worm.
Yeah, but one last thing though before you get into it, the Hasta you can get it while you're doing from any monster while you're on task from that specific master.
Which I like.
That's cool.
But they're going to
Yeah.
be fucking common, like a dragon spear.
I'm assuming they're gonna make it pretty rare though.
So yeah, I
Yeah,
like
it'd be
this.
very rare. I'd expect.
84 Slayer, high-level monster, the Drake. But let's talk about the first one, I guess, Sulfur Lizard.
Yeah, talk about the first one first.
So it has some variety. So if somebody assigns desert lizards, you would instead assign lizards, allowing player to... Oh! Fuck desert lizards, dude. No more desert lizards. Are you kidding me?
No more water skins.
All
Fuck
these
water
people
skins,
coming
mate.
into fucking RuneScape Mobile, they are going to have such a better time if they know the update, of course. Oh my god. So, other than that, I don't know about their drop table. And then we have the Worm,
Yeah, the
which
Worm.
dropped the Dragon Sword and Dragon Harpoon.
Wait, they dropped those?
Yeah. What the
They're
hell?
gonna remove the rates drops of those to that.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So instead of 15 items, it'll be 13 items.
All those poor Iron Men who struggled away are just going to be so
my
mad now.
fucking eight harpoons. I don't care though. It's not a big deal.
Well,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't think
it
there's
really
any
doesn't
Iron
belong.
Man that ever struggled getting those items. Like, that's like a, oh, fuck you, Jagged.
it's not a
Yeah.
struggle. I mean,
Why
like, they
not?
struggle to get
I
better
got-
items. They're like,
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like I don't want to see harpoons there anyways. Fuck that shit. I don't want to see that from race.
So we don't get too much about these monsters, but it's some
I
insight
mean,
here.
I'm assuming because they're level 62 Slayer creature, it's probably not going to be hard at all.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you'll probably have trouble maybe on your first kill, but that's about it.
And it's
Dude,
kind of
I
like
lo- do you know
filling
what?
the gap.
They might actually be. Do you remember back when in pre-OC there were hand cannons?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
do you remember how
Yeah.
you got them from killing the dwarfs? They also dropped dragon pickaxes.
Yeah.
That may become the new place to farm. Like, you may just cannon there and get
Yeah.
like a pickaxe every couple of hours, and it
Yeah,
turns
the
out to be
dragon
a couple
harpoon's
mils OP.
nice. Yeah. The
That actually
dragon
sounds. I like that.
I don't think you can get a dragon pickaxe from these. So that was just
They don't.
okay.
but
Yeah.
it's a dragon harpoon instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
which
saying
are
it's
like
like the
around
equivalent.
5 mil. Yeah. So yeah, it is
Yeah.
equivalent. Yeah.
I mean, if they make it rare enough, it might be more expensive than 5 mil. Like, because the price will change because it's completely moved to a different.
We don't know if you can cannon down there though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I assume probably not.
Probably not because you
yeah,
couldn't
just-
cannon in any other Slayer dungeon. Right?
Yeah, they don't want they don't want people to like
Farm.
farm it
That
even
hard.
more, I guess. Yeah. It's gonna probably.
It could be like an
uh,
AFK thing with Guffins though. Guffins could go up.
Oh, also, it's only gonna be a task only area, so they're
Ah,
definitely
okay.
gonna let you cannon.
Okay.
Probably not. I mean, we don't exactly know, but I'm.
So you
assuming
can't
no.
go into the dungeon without a task.
Well, you can probably go in, but you probably can't attack them.
Oh,
'Cause that's
yeah,
what they
yeah,
do
that's what I
nowadays,
meant.
right? They let you go in, but then you can't attack.
All right, well, the Drake 84 Slayer, which I'm excited for, because Drake, I love his music. So it should be,
Them. Can't wait to kill some Drakes, boys.
I'm gonna get so many
No,
shit
God's
hate
plan,
comments.
dude, God's
All
plan.
right, God's plan. A Drake claw can be combined with boots of stone to create the tradable boots of Brimstone. Wait, what? That's the item it drops? So it drops claws and teeth, which are
It
both
drops
attached.
multiple things, but the first one mentioned.
Okay.
So.
And then we got Devout Boots and Boots of Brimstone, which
Yeah. So Boots of Brimstone's interesting because it does have a hella high accuracy bonus for a boot,
oh, I see that. It actually has attack bonus.
and it doesn't have any negative stat.
And it probably won't be that expensive. So it would be like Warrior Wing, those boots, DDS could be viable,
Yeah.
to be honest.
The boots are nice because like let me see, it has no crush bonus though, which is unfortunate, but it does have some attack and
That's ranged.
it's got
Which
range.
is
it's
weird.
got-
I wonder
We've
what
got
they're...
so many ranged boots in game.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what
What is
gonna be the
Ranger
niche.
Boots? Isn't that like +8?
8. Yeah, Ranger Boots is 8.
So this is plus 5.
But think about it this way though. Ranger Boots is like 30 mother trucking mil.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? These little clothes.
D'hide boots.
Oh,
are
these
plus
have defense
7.
though. These have defense though.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
a hybrid boot because look at it. It got no negatives, but it's got some attack, melee stuff. And,
Oh, I
range.
should have
Yeah.
picked up on that. It is a hybrid. boot.
And also it has magic, so it's like a tribrid. It's kind of like a tribrid. boot.
Damn.
That'd
Dude,
be good
that's
for
actually kinda
revs.
cool.
That'd be good for revs.
It has some uses, but I probably wouldn't use it like at all myself. But it does have some uses, probably some really niche situations.
There'd probably be like the go-to boots to take for PKers. Like you said, Rev Caves, because obviously it gives stab, that's good. If it gives magic, that's awesome. And range, like
And the defense
yeah,
isn't bad.
Revenants, that's ideal.
If they make
That's
it affordable enough for people to risk bringing that, they can use it.
I'll
I
probably
guess.
bring that every time, to be honest, because climbing boots are +2, and anything else with magic defense isn't that great. Dragon boots like 300k. Devout boots.
But we don't know what the price of the Brimstone's gonna be like
feel like
long term. But
Teeth
It says here
drop
the
pretty
process cannot be
commonly off
undone.
monsters.
So I'd assume those boots are untradeable.
no,
They can't be
the-
tradable.
That,
When...
that process is for the Devout Boots, which is different.
Oh, yeah. So holy sandals and a tooth can make devout boots, and this process cannot be undone. Requires 60 prayer to equip, and it counts as a Saradomin item.
Yeah, this is gonna be a straight upgrade from the Holy Sandals. Holy Sandals were best in slot prayer shoes, but now
What
you
were
have
they
Devout
at?
Shoes.
What were they at?
It's like 3 or something.
So this is +5.
Yeah, so it was like 3 or something. I think.
Yeah, it's
Holy
free
Sandals.
for holy boots.
Yeah, Holy
5 for
Sandals.
this.
Yeah,
Does
this
it
one's a
require
straight prayer.
defense? Require
No,
60
it's just
prayer to
prayer.
equip.
It's just like a pure
Oh.
thing, It's gonna be
It
a more of
doesn't-
a pure thing.
I
Pure
don't know.
pures don't get 60 defense though. That's the only thing. Like
Oh
no
wait,
pure.
is it 60 defense?
Yeah, no pure use those boots.
No, I
No,
don't
it
see
says
defense. No,
60
there's
prayer.
no
It
defense
says
bonuses.
60.
Yeah,
Oh,
60
prayer,
prayer.
prayer.
Yeah,
But
no
like
pure.
no pures have 60 prayer, 55.
It's gonna
Okay,
be like-
I guess what if it's like a Zerker thing? Actually, Zerkers can wear rune boots.
It's hard
They
to
can wear
say
gold D'hide boots.
who's going to use these, because if you go
Yeah.
into Saradomin, where
I
it's
can
apparently
see-
supposed
well,
to,
okay,
there's better
so-
boots, right? For
So
Saradomin.
for PVMers, this is gonna be good for barraging stuff like Abyssal Demons, Dust Devils,
Good for
Necrals,
tasks, yeah.
because it's best in slot for that. Since no shoes give magic damage %, the next best thing you have is prayer bonus for those specific
Yeah.
tasks for bursting.
It's going to be a very
It could be
minute
useful.
update for these boots. It's
Yeah,
like-
yeah, these are like not crazy, they're
Yeah.
not game breaking in any sense.
Okay.
They're
Oh,
really more like niche items.
there's a 95 Slayer.
Yeah, Hydra. That's the big
What?
boy.
It's 95? No, I don't have 95 Slayer on my main. Only my Iron Man.
You better get
Oh.
training, buddy.
I got on Iron Man, but my gear's not that. I'm gonna have to get some good gear for Hydra and get
Yeah,
supplies,
you-
because I want to
you gotta
grind
make
it.
some money.
Damn it! I wish it was 90 or something, so I could farm it on my main
Yeah,
and try to make
this
money.
is the meat of the dev blog that I honestly want to talk about. The big boy, because he's got some really, really interesting rewards.
Oh my
that
god.
I would use all the time.
Okay, you want to talk about the Brimstone Ring, because when the Eye of the Hydra, Fang of the Hydra, and the Heart of the Hydra are combined, these pieces form a tradable Brimstone Ring. So you need 3 items to
Dude,
create.
this
I'm loving
ring
this
is-
thing.
This ring is nice.
I
That's all
really
got.
wish I had 95 Slayer on my main. That's
Holy
what sucks.
shit. Wait, can you imbue this ring, or is it?
No,
saying
you cannot. You cannot.
I mean, but look at it. It's not. I mean, this is for
but it's good as
hybrids.
it is. Yeah, it's a tribrid ring.
Look at this.
Like-
Some insane stats.
I would bring this to my raids, to be honest. Like, I would ditch the Berserker ring for this. To be
Do
honest.
you know what?
Would it-
That's a good point.
Half the
Actually, it would be good for PVM, so you don't have to take ring switches.
Wow,
I
would it be
guess.
better than the imbued
Huh?
uh
Into what?
Zenite
Torture?
ring? Torture? No, not torture ring. It's not
No.
called
No,
Yeah,
you're
what's
talking
it
about
called?
Berserker? You're talking about Berserker ring?
No, no, no.
Ring of Suffering.
Ring of is it better than Ring of Suffering? Because Ring of Suffering has prayer and defense.
You don't bring suffering for the offensiveness. You bring it for the tankiness. This is more of an offensive tribrid ring
Okay. Because
for like
but
DPS.
yeah, it definitely has some situations.
Yeah. It has a special effect, by the way, if you didn't see it. One
Yeah,
quarter
that's
chance with each
interesting.
spell cast to ignore 10% of your opponent's total magic defense.
Okay, that changes things. That
People
Yeah,
are going to be risking
this
this,
is-
full ancestral, this mage
Yeah.
bank.
This is gonna be like, if you're gonna be maging PVM or PKing PVM, PKing like against people, it might be really good. Like, it's crazy. The special effect's actually really good because, like, let's say I'm maging Bandos with this ring. or I don't know, doing something with Smoke Devils because they actually have high defense. Like the 10% reduction is probably a big deal. So this ring is actually going to be best in slot
For
if you're
mage.
maging something with high defense.
There goes the Sears
magic
ring, though. Sears ring has just been a pile of poo the whole time.
This
though.
is way better than the Sears ring.
I know,
'cause
I'm
this
just
shit-
saying, like, the Sears ring has been a pile of poo, though. I mean, even imbuing it with double is just not even compared to this.
Yeah,
This is like a
ring
mixture
really
of all the rings together.
good. Yeah, it's a really
aside
good
from the
Tribert ring. It's insanely good.
Probably
Tribert
best in slot to fight Hydra, to be honest.
ring. I mean, yeah, I could like anywhere I would Tribert a lot. I think I would use this ring.
That's
To be
sick.
honest, like I would definitely give it a spin test on raids, like probably race 1 with this. It's a nice one, but a Berserker ring is really good though. It's 2 damage, whereas this is only 1. So it's a bit of a questionable thing, but it does help with Warhammers. It's just
Oh,
has
yeah.
everything.
Oh,
Has
yeah, I can
everything,
imagine
so-
that. And then they're actually making the Dragon Boat necklace slightly useful. I think someone
Hell
told
yeah,
me about
dude,
this.
I got 100 on Rixie right now.
Oh, you
Just
trying to
sat
merch 'em,
in
huh?
the bank.
I tried to
Yeah,
merch
well,
them when
I
they
got
came
like
out,
that.
lost 5
I've
mil.
had them for age. I've had them for like a year. I had 300, and I made the price of them go from 200k to like 600. And then as soon as I stopped selling them, they just crashed to 200, and I was just like, I can't be bothered to do it.
Yeah,
again.
you just gave up on the merch.
Yeah,
Jesus
but I just
Christ.
kept 100. I like doubled my money on most of them and just kept 100. But now they're 500k each, so
Yeah,
I
you're
expect
gonna
they'll go up a
resell
lot
them one
more.
day.
The bone
Yeah, it'll
crusher
go back
necklace.
up once this thing comes out for like a day or something.
When a Hydra tail is combined with a dragon bone necklace and a bone crusher. So pretty much Hydra, they're really using all the body parts, man. Teeth, thighs, fucking shoes, got some fucking tails in here. That's pretty sick. Any item you get is going to be somewhat useful. The necklace must quit for 9 seconds, so to get the effects of it, and it's charged with ecto tokens.
Basically, you don't have to use a bone crusher if you wear this. But I'm not. It's like
There's no offensive stats, so
yeah, it's got like very little
Yeah.
use at the end of the day.
it's
So this
it's
is probably
effectively
gonna-
the same as the Dragon Bone necklace right
Yeah.
now.
Like let me be honest with you. Out of all the stuff the Hydra boss will drop, this tail is gonna be the least expensive.
I feel like
That's
there should be a
100%.
bonus where it makes prayer pots last a little bit longer, just so people actually use it during a task. Because I
Yeah,
would
like,
never use this ever.
The problem is that the problem with this is that the necklace slot it's a very coveted slot because
Very
you
important.
have stuff like Fury, Torture. All those are insanely
Occult,
good.
yeah.
They're just simply too good, and trying to compete, with a passive prayer bonus and extra prayer point.
Because that's why the Dragonstone necklace was dead content in the beginning.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So this is gonna be the least useful of them all.
I
and
could
the
see they're
least
trying to
priced.
teeter with this. They don't want it to be too OP, but at the
Yeah.
other hand, they're just not making it good at all.
Yeah,
which
it's just not good enough.
maybe it'll have some
unfortunately.
niche uses that we could find, like Dagonoffs
I mean,
or
there
something.
are.
I don't
like,
know.
you
but
can use this when you're chinning Monkey Madness too. That's about it.
that's not a bad
Yeah, I
idea.
guess that's true.
That's
If
about
you-
it. That's.
But you'll
I
probably
mean,
get more out of
yes,
your
it's a big-
chins, though, if you use a different amulet. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the
it'll
trouble,
impact it
you-
a little bit. I mean, but this will save you a lot of money, I guess, or make it more AFK. So you know what I mean? If you like a lot more AFK, this necklace will make it a lot more.
Nightmare
AFK.
Zone,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
Because
yeah.
with Monkey Madness too, you could probably just chin inevitably and not even have to drink prayer potions if that's the
Yeah,
case.
it's more AFK. This is simply
that-
a
yeah.
lazy man's necklace, I would call it.
If you're rich
Not-
as
not-
shit,
not-
I mean, those chins.
I mean, if you want to AFK,
pricey.
Yeah, if you want, if you got a staking account, you're too rich, you don't give a shit anymore. All you care about is, like, I guess. Here you go.
Well,
I
what,
mean, if it looks nice, it looks nice.
what is
Alright,
this here?
It's an
Anyways.
extra thing.
Alchemical. Alchemical?
Alchemical.
Alchem. Oh, fuck me, dude. I'm out.
Alchemy.
I fucking.
Yo,
Hydra.
man. You haven't seen
Uh,
Full Metal Alchemist, eh?
Oh, dude. I was trying to
No.
pronounce that one by one, huh?
Oh my God.
And so this is another Hydra. What? So this is the second Hydra?
This
pretty
is the
much-
boss. This is the boss.
The boss
They
Hydra.
have the minion variants and the boss variants.
So this, okay,
So-
so this because I thought this was the boss, but this is just a Slayer master, and this
of
is the
regular
boss.
Hydras.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The boss can drop any of that stuff and this stuff, if that makes sense.
Dude, they drop gloves that are better than Barrow gloves.
Holy
Yeah,
shit! I just noticed that.
This
14
is
strength
not
bonus!
better. This is actually not better than Barrow Skulls because it's only melee. This is the
What do you
best
mean?
melee gloves in the game, but not range.
I
or
would
magic.
totally use those, dude. That's
I would
dope.
use it too for some situations.
Only thing is, it'd be super expensive though.
But
I'm
the
guessing.
thing is, this doesn't replace Barrow Gloves though, because this thing has -16 magic and -16 range. So like this is best aside if you're strictly.
This could be
melee.
like some max strength, like Edgeville PKing or something, dude.
Yeah, if you want to risk it, because this shit's gonna be
Oh
really
yeah.
expensive.
What's
to be
regular
honest.
barrels glove strength? That was like 8,
12.
12. So it's a max hit higher with attack
It was
bonuses
2
that.
strength. It's like half. This is half, but if you stack it with like tacits, it'd be 1 extra damage.
Look at those attack bonuses though. The DDS
know,
max
it's
hit.
godly.
I mean, I
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
if you can 49 now with that.
Yeah, it might be possible, depending. I don't know the exact.
If I had a
It might be
huge
possible.
bank, dude, that'd be my next series. The
Yeah,
49
but I want to
49.
get this glove because oh my goodness, the things I could do with this bad boy.
Some speed runs, right? Some speed runs.
I don't know, man. Just to make my PVMing better, you know, like.
I mean,
Bobby used to say
that'd be
at
good
Forecast.
so
For
much
Slayer.
PVM.
Slayer, like
Yeah.
easy. Like
Yeah,
XP
really
per hour.
easiest use Slayer, 100%.
So these
This will
gloves are going to
destroy
be
Slayer.
a sought after item. Even the
Oh yeah,
defense.
very much.
insane.
High level PVMers will want to buy this and use it, but it does have some costs. Obviously, it's you have to charge it to use it.
Oh wait, I didn't read that. What do you got to charge it
Yeah,
with?
I'm not exactly sure where it says it, but I 100% remember them saying you have to recharge it. You have to charge it because like you have to charge it at the Myth Guild to use it. So when you buy Untradable, it'll have no charges, and you have to charge it.
Do you
so
have to
can-
put anything into it? Probably, right? Or it just like is it like an altar, like a?
So in order to use this glove, not only do you need the stats for it, you also have to complete Translator too.
Dude, I really
Oh,
like this.
okay.
It says here that if you're in a PvP situation, the gloves will revert to their tradable but broken form. So I'm curious what
And you
the
can still
broken
get the
stats
money.
are.
Yeah.
Because
No,
the way if
what
they
it is-
make it,
Oh,
That
here,
just means
Rexy,
it's
if
tradable.
If it's broken, you just can't wear it. It's just like you can charge it again and then you can use it. They just make it broken so you can trade it again. You can only
Okay,
trade
so-
it when it's broken. Does
so
that
the
make
stats will be the same, but like in PvP, the stats will be the same. So effectively,
yeah.
They're
if,
putting
if
a-
like you're, it'd be like if you're too lazy to quest and you don't want to get barrier gloves, you could just buy these gloves, but you have to risk them in turn.
No. What I'm saying is no. In order to wear them, you have to charge it, and to charge it, you have to do Giant Slayer too. So you can't wear this glove.
They're putting a quest wall behind
Oh,
them.
okay.
So
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
just
I
go,
see, I
I don't
see.
want Barrow's gloves, I want these. No,
currently-
you still got a quest.
So currently, when you use it, it'll be untradable. But let's say you PK someone with it, it'll make it uncharged, so that's tradable. But you can't wear
Yeah,
it. It's just so you can
got
like
you, I got you.
loot and sell it.
See, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. And a nice little quest wall too.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, it needs it because like imagine a pure using this shit. Oh my god, yeah. Oh well, that's
Or an
actually-
Obi Mauler, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
just,
imagine like
somebody
an Obi
that just
tank.
don't wanna- yeah.
Obi tank
Yeah,
57.
this definitely needed those requirements because it's kind of broken without it. So
So this is the Dragon Hunter Lance. A lot of people have been talking
yeah.
about this.
Yeah,
a
a lot of
Hydra
people are
Claw
getting-
combined
Yeah.
with the Zami Hasta forms the
Yeah.
Dragon Hunter Lance, which gives an added effect of 20% increased accuracy against dragon creatures, which I heard a streamer talking about could definitely replace the Dragon Hunter crossbow. It's just a smidgen
yeah.
better, and it's no bolts, right?
yeah. But so this thing is people getting confused because they think the Hasta is the lance when they're completely different.
That's
things.
what I thought.
Yeah. So just to be clear, Giant Hunter Lance and Giant Hunter are not the same thing.
It doesn't
The
have a
Dragon
special
Hunter-
attack.
But it has a special passive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the
Weird, because
20%.
all dragon weapons have special attacks. So why? Even the fucking woodcutting axe.
Because this thing isn't really a dragon item.
it comes from a
this is-
dragon. It's called. I guess
it
it's a Zami
does.
Hasta. I guess.
Yeah, but it really is a Zami Hasta.
Okay. All right.
Like the Dragon Hunter crossbow isn't really a dragon item. It's just a weapon designed to hunt dragons.
That's why it's called Dragon Hunter. Okay, I get you. That's fine.
So they're gonna
okay.
do that. They're gonna keep the name style. But yeah, this Dragon Hunter Lance is basically gonna make melee competitive against Dragon Hunter crossbow.
Because range has just been top tier lately in PVM. Like, top of the
Like
pyramid.
this thing, like for example, at Ulm, this will completely replace the rapier, and probably is gonna replace the scythe. To be honest with you, because like let's say you hit like a 49 with a Hasta with max gear, think about that, and then you add an extra 20% damage to it. So you're gonna be hitting like probably 55s or something.
Yeah, did
with
you
the-
say
with
it
the lance?
raids 2? No.
Raids
no.
1, because
Raids
Ulm
1,
is
okay.
counts
Okay,
as
I was
a
like,
dragon.
raids 2. I'm like, that fat bitch
Yeah,
ain't a dragon.
Ulm counts as a dragon. Like, and also it's more accurate as well, 20% accuracy. So you're gonna be hitting like high 50s probably. and be more accurate as well. So
But would it
yeah,
replace the twisted bow? Is the twisted bow?
No, because you can only use twisted bow on the head face. So you have to range the head face, so the lance can't do shit. But on the
Okay.
hands though, on the melee hand, this lance will outclass the rapier 100%.
Oh, easily.
And probably outclass the scythe, to be honest.
And it's
So,
one-handed as well.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. It's just a Zami Hasta.
Dude,
So,
that's
yeah.
great. I've got no issue with that at all. Seems as we got Dragon Hunter crossbow, like we may as well
Yeah.
have the melee equivalent to it.
Yeah, and it's also only gonna be best in slot against dragons.
Dude,
So,
I'm
like,
so
where-
hyped
you know what I mean?
Iron Man wise,
Yeah.
content wise. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
do you think that would work against the Revenant Dragon?
I don't
Possibly,
know. 'Cause
possibly.
maybe. You should
Does it-
ask them. Does Dragon Hunter crossbow work
But
with
it
Revenant Dragon?
I'm
wouldn't
not
be
sure.
best in slot
I have
because
no
the
idea.
mace is 50% more damage. So I mean,
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
It
it'd be
wouldn't
hard to
even
beat the
matter.
mace. It would be hard.
you're
to
just
beat
sitting
that
there
mace,
poking it
bro.
like it's not
Yeah,
working.
mace hits like 60s and 70s with Salve Amulet. Like,
Easily,
oh my
yeah,
God.
it's insane.
Bros.
It outclasses the
That's
Elder.
disgusting.
That's why the Elder Mall's so cheap now.
Yeah, probably outclasses Blowpipe too, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, it
Probably.
can unless you have Dragon Darts, but it's not worth.
Yeah, like who the fuck spends money on that shit? You did a video yourself, you know
it's
it,
like
right?
it lost 13 mil.
I know, I lost money, boy.
So they have additional drops. So you have a chance to receive Dragon Knives and Dragon Throwing Axes, and then apparently Dragon Throwing Axes are going to be taken out. So 3 items are going to be taken out so far
Yeah,
from the
so it'll be
chamber.
12 items instead of 15 now.
That's good. I like that because
Yeah,
like
it's better because
Does
Yeah,
that mean
so-
you're going to have a higher chance of rolling for the other items?
no, they're gonna
No.
keep them the same exact rates.
but it just
Okay.
means if you get a drop, you know that it's something
It's
good.
not
Okay.
shitty. It's not as shitty.
All right, because I kind of enjoyed Dragon Throw when it first came out, but now it's like I would hate
Yeah,
to
it's
get
only
it.
300k drop. Like I've got 13 of those mother truckers. I don't want any more of those.
Where's the PK vid, bro? Come on.
PKing. Oh, I lost all my throne axes.
Dragon knives. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
Dragon
not
Knives
happy with
are
that.
tradable, 60 range, so pure weapon, poison. Hopefully I can borrow some of these pure accounts, because I'd love to try it out in
These
Edgeville.
dragon knives look like PKing.
Duality costs 25% special attack energy and causes 2 knives to be thrown. So
That's
I'm wondering,
That will
dark
destroy
bow,
Pures.
knives, dark bow, axe, maybe? I don't know if that whole spec bar would fit though. That's the thing.
Dude, you could just throw all the knives.
Yeah,
Like,
or just back to back throw them and fucking kill any peak.
If you see a
Hell
big,
yeah.
you have 2 knife
Uh-huh.
specs, right, and then a G-Maul to finish them off. You're really fast. So if
You're
the
dead,
first one doesn't
yeah.
hit, you know, like that'd be
I like
really
that.
skillful.
Hey, yo,
Knives sound
basically, to be honest, this is gonna break pure PvP. To be honest, because like these knives are gonna hit like what 30s each max or something.
Dragon
but then
claws,
again, with-
broke
with
a long
pure
time
PK,
ago.
and it's like
Yeah,
you can get
true.
Debo to like what 48, and then throw a knife.
I'm
twice
sorry. What
for,
kind of pure hits a 48, man? I want to fucking borrow
Oh,
that
Yeah,
shit.
probably
All right.
like 40, right? Is it like 40?
30.
If you're yeah, but if you're a
9.
pure, if you're a pure, you're fighting against against Void Rangers.
Okay, yeah,
you're
that's
in
what
that
you're doing.
combat bracket.
Well, it depends how you build it.
yes.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
I mean you could.
True.
Yeah, he's right. You could end up.
because no
fighting
one
those.
uses regular knives. Dragon knives gonna be expensive, so you.
Yeah, but these knives are deadly as hell. Holy shit. That's insane.
Dude, they sound fun.
dude.
I
They're
feel like
so-
that's just a nice addition. I like
Literally, whoever starts specking out the dude, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm dead." You know, it's either a Karambwan brew and shit, like, or dead.
I'm actually getting excited for Edgeville PK now with the new gloves, the new knives. This is gonna be dope, right? Because Edgeville, I hate to say it, I'm not a big fan anymore. It's been so repetitive. So this should really liven it up.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, I would give you the dragon knives if I get them.
Yeah, dude. There we go. I got a hookup already, man.
Yeah, bro. One mil each.
Well, no, spicy.
Yo,
Give you a
they
couple
love it.
bonds, bro. Fuck it up.
One mil each. You know how expensive things are.
Jesus
Can
Christ.
you imagine, dude? I'd love to know the range XP rates, like using those knives in full void or
Yeah,
whatever.
you're like a hardcore hot-on staker, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That I imagine the range XP would be pretty legit. Like,
No, yeah.
I don't know if
it's
it'd be
legit.
better than chinning, but it could be quite interesting.
Yeah, just for one video for that clickbait. Mm-mm.
There's a lot of videos to be made here, boys. All right, gentlemen.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
guys
dude,
want
that's what
it.
I'm thinking, man. There's so
I'm
much
gonna have to be
content coming from this. I like
the
it.
notepad.
Yeah, were you glad you did this little podcast?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
I wanted to
I
know about
didn't-
this anyways. So
I didn't think I was gonna be that interested in this.
I
Like,
saw
I'm
your
not gonna lie,
face
the
while we were
skill-
talking about farming, dude. You're just
The
sitting
skill
there.
inside of it, I was just here like trying not to fucking yawn, and then this stuff is actually awesome. I like this. This appeals to me.
So the new so there's new bones coming out. I swear to God, new bones every time.
boy.
Worm Bones, I'm just gonna call them Worm Bones, offer 30 per XP. Drake offer 60, and Hydra offer 90. Both Hydra and Alchemical Hydra drop
Alright,
these.
let me look at Warcat bones real quick.
Yeah, would they be better? I'm not sure.
I'm looking at the bones real quick so I can compare it. Warcat bones give 150 when buried, so it's not as good. So it would just be like it would just be somewhere between Dragon Bones, which is 72.
Does that mean the Hydra's not going to be that hard to kill? Because Warcath really isn't that big of a challenge.
No, they said Hydra's gonna be harder than all the other Slayer bosses.
Dagonol Stones give 125.
Well, yeah, but Warcath isn't a Slayer boss, so it's going to be okay.
No, but they're saying it's gonna be harder than all the other Slayer.
And you
bosses.
need a Slayer task to do it, or no?
Yeah, you have to be on Slayer task.
Okay.
And you can only, I believe, you can only get this task from the new Slayer Master.
All right. I
'Cause,
already have
I'm
1,000
assuming-
points. So I'm gonna be just stockpiling them, dude.
Yeah, I'm assuming the new Slayer Master is gonna be like, okay, your assignment is to kill anything in Brimstone Dungeon, and then that's when you get the chance to kill the boss.
All right,
So,
dude. That's
yeah,
dope.
so stock on your Slayer points if you want to camp it.
Hell yeah, man. And then there's aerial fishing, apparently. New fishing.
Yeah, honestly, I've never looked into this, so we can all look at it together.
Yeah, let's do that. A catch is guaranteed for each time the bird is sent. So, okay, well, first I skipped. Nicholas uses birds, specifically cormorants, I'm going to say all this wrong, to catch and return fish and salamanders. So you can catch salamanders with fishing, or maybe it's like hunter and fishing.
Yeah, because salamanders live in rivers, too.
That's
So,
interesting.
Makes sense.
And it's like near the waters. So, and, you know, you saw the big old lake there. Similar to falconry, the player equips a bird on their arm, then catches fish from a pool. The bird swoops down, pretty much falconry. Dope, first off, but is it going to be worth it? I don't know. And both of them do, so it is a hunter and fishing thing, because they both require hunter and fishing.
I mean, unless they already pitched the idea of XP per hour, I can't really say whether or not it's kind of like...
It really depends how fluid it is, because I'm going to be real, falconry kind of sucks ass. It's not fun to do.
Falconry's fast XP, but yeah, it's clicky. It is clicky.
It's not fun at all.
So
pretty much,
Tunnel 101.
there's 4 types of catch found in Lake Mulch. Lake Mulch, I like the name, dude. So you got bluegill with low level, common tench, modded eel, moated eel.
Oh wait, they actually described its AFK-ness.
Is it actually?
Move is every 7 to 12 seconds. Oh boy, that's not AFK, bro.
Not for
That is
fishing,
like,
man.
That's like chill. That's what I consider chill. That's like Minnows type of shit.
But it could be more than just like click, right click, pick. We'll see, and then you got to bank.
Dude,
yeah,
that's awesome. Combined in, because you'd get Hunter XP as well. I really like that.
okay.
It makes me think of the
That's cool.
future. You know, like what else are they going to combine?
Agility and strength as a side, but this one's hunter and fish XP as a side.
That's dope. Greater
Which is cool.
sirloin. So you need 91 fishing, 8,700 to catch the best thing out. I don't know if they have any HP rates for what they heal or what their effects are.
It doesn't seem like you can eat them.
The fuck do you do with the fish? You just maybe you skin them for supplies, maybe warding.
Oh, okay. They cut the fish up into stackable chunks. The bird will take 1 chunk every 3-6 catches as a reward for gathering the fish, but we don't know what the reward is. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it's good to keep some stuff.
Yeah, so
there.
you're not gonna be eating it, but you're gonna be rewarded for fishing them and gutting them and stuff. I don't know what the reward, it didn't say.
And then every 1 in 150 chance, they drop a mulch perch, I guess, a mulch pearls. Sorry,
Pearl perch.
perch. I was just thinking of birds.
Oh, and the rewards come in these.
Fashionscape, baby. Look at this fish, boy. What is that, dude?
Wait, get back into it. Equipable fly fishing rods, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm just saying. I just saw this fucking big ass fish, bro.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's the rewards.
What the?
The Hunter XP is more than the fishing XP. Scroll down a bit. You get more Hunter than you do fishing.
Oh, now they're talking about the XP rates. Here we go.
60k fishing, 80k hunter, 15k.
That's actually insanely good.
That's really good. That's really
Dude,
good.
I hate
That's
Hunter,
actually-
man. I don't mind fishing.
But
I'd
it's
be down
like
for that.
not. It's like Minnows AFK, which is.
Dude, this
chill.
is
It's
making me
like doing
so
agility
hyped for
pulls.
Iron Man right now. Oh my god. Because I do not want to
but
train
like,
Iron.
Yeah, I want to do that. Honestly, that's cool.
And
I mean,
then-
but for skillers, you really want to do this at least for the fishing rods because they're equipable. So you'll get an extra inventory space.
Oh, if I was just Fashionscape. Okay, that's
No, it's
sweet. Because the
equipable fishing
equipable
rods.
spade, you can't dig with it, right?
Yeah,
but equipable
these
fishing
ones,
rod.
it's like,
barbtail harpoon, dragon harpoon, except for these rods now.
And then
Now
1,000
they
mulch
just-
perch, you get a fish sack. Now, does that mean you can hold more fish in your sack? Or is it just cool looking, you just got a shit ton of fish on you? I mean,
Where does it say that?
okay, so it goes 100 for the fishing rod, fly fishing rod 120, barbarian fishing rod 150, and then right here, fish sack 1,000 mulch pearls.
Yeah, that's a lot,
Did they
dude.
describe
What
it?
did you say? Is 1 in 100 and something
50.
to get one of those? Well, yeah, there's gonna
That's
be a
it.
good perk to have in that. It's gonna take a long
Yeah,
time. to-
Yeah, I think fish sack might be like a coal bag, like 1 extra inventory, which is pretty.
That's
uh,
dope.
pretty cool. That's like it doubles your AFK-ness.
And it looks pretty dope too. I like how he's wielding the biggest fucking goldfish I've ever seen. That's sick. I wonder if you can hit people with that shit. Peking, Fran's gonna make a video pretending to be a goldfish slapper or something. I don't know. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's cosmetic, so you can hit people with a fucking fish.
That
Reminds me of
cause-
MapleStory. Honestly, it reminds me of MapleStory because they did that with the giant tuna. You
And
can
then,
wear a
yeah,
fucking giant tuna and spank people with it.
And Rexy found the experiences down below, which is definitely going to be worthwhile because at 3,500, you're getting 25k. Hunter,
Yeah,
and
no,
that's,
I mean, like, it's gonna be worthwhile for people that want those 2 skills.
and you
one.
get cooking too, which is just kind of like an added bonus because
Yeah,
you don't.
these are one of those super efficient things to do because you get so many XP.
That
if you-
actually sounds
together.
really good. I like the sound of
If
that.
you
Because like,
see-
look at it this way: at 99, you're getting 150k XP, and fishing 60k fishing is already really good by itself.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, right?
Yeah.
There's no cooking requirement, so I mean, best way to train low-level cooking. I mean, because you just be level
Maybe.
1, you catch 1 bird, you get like 5 levels. So because there's no cooking requirement.
Ability experience only granted if you cutting the catch. Oh, you get some cooking for cutting it,
Okay.
but you might need a level to cut it though. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
assuming.
I-
I'm assuming.
that's what I'm thinking. I just
But-
didn't see it.
Yeah, but either way though, in order to even get even up to 15k, it's gonna be so minuscule because you have to be 99 on fishing and hunter to even get 50k an hour. So it seems like they're trying to attract the skilling crowd, the high level skilling crowd, because then it's gonna be like, okay, so is all this combination of experience gonna be worth doing as a post 99 skiller or something?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Then we got the
Uh,
achievement diaries coming
Yeah,
up.
this one's pretty big, to be honest. This
Oh
one's
my.
pretty big. Yeah.
So you need 95 Slayer, 90 woodcutting. So here's the stats: 90 woodcutting, huh? What the hell? Why you got not? Damn, everything else is dope. Oh, except 77 rune crafting.
Well, cutting's so easy though.
Why, dude? Oh man.
Yeah, dude. Woodcutting is the only one that I don't have.
What cutting's so easy? Just AFK.
I don't like woodcutting, man.
Everything
I don't
else,
enjoy
but
it.
why you gotta do this with the
Just
woodcutting
see
and the
woodcut
rune
or something.
crafting, bro? Oh man. Well, I guess what we can do is instead of just talking about the experience you get, let's just talk about the bonuses, right? Pretty quick
Yeah.
talk
Mhm.
here. For the easy, you get 3 daily teleports to the Koren woodland and a 2% chance at catching 2 fish at once.
That's for the fishing thingy we just talked
Okay,
about.
so it's not just for any fish. Imagine
Yeah.
though. Imagine.
That'd be insane.
Whoa, hold up. Sorry. All of these updates, are they just happening for this Zeah area?
Oh yeah.
Like, this is all... Dude, Zeah's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be popping.
Because Zeria was bare
Holy
bones,
shit.
dude. This is.
They
This is
went
all about
balls deep.
Zeah. Man,
Yeah,
this
this
is
Zeah,
good.
bro. Zeah.
I
I
kinda-
like this. This is actually good.
Kind of
Yeah.
wish they utilized more of the existing Zealand because they seemed like just to keep adding on to stuff. And at the
Yeah,
end of
no,
the
I feel like
At the
this
end of the day,
will
it'd
be
just
the
be like
final edition for a while.
insane add-ons, right? Instead of just adding actual areas, but still, it looks dope. It looks dope. So that would
Yeah.
be the easy Koren. The medium one, you get a blessing, which is +1 prayer bonus, 5 daily teleports to the Koren woodlands, and a 4% chance. Doesn't seem too good. I guess the hard one might be better here. You get a blessing, so same thing here. Unlimited teleports to the Koren woodlands, which I'm guessing was going to be dope. 3 daily teleports to Brimstone, which is the Slayer place, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, there we go. That's sick. And then a 6% chance. Okay. So, pretty bare bone with these updates. But then again, I got to give them slack. There's so much coming out. Like, they could always try to make it a little more spicier. And then a +2 prayer bonus, which I want to be real. What is a Rada's blessing? Is that just a regular blessing in your blessing slot? Because,
Except better, because it has 2.
yeah,
bonus.
so that'd be double. Okay, but you got to get the elite one.
I'll get
Everything's
the
so
elite one.
prayer focused. Have you noticed that? We got so much prayer stuff. It's like we got the
Yeah,
Dragon
they-
Boat
they-
necklace.
Mhm,
We've
they're
got
trying to-
this.
Yeah.
Everything's got prayer bonus, and there's not really anything which is like you need prayer bonus that badly for. Like,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
don't have-
yeah. It's
like-
just an update to have an update because they're not trying.
It's
to,
just
like,
giving you more options for
Yeah, it's
things.
more like niche.
I think it's a
Yeah.
safe option
It is
because
safe,
it doesn't
I mean-
it doesn't impact the game to the point where it's like, oh
Yeah,
my god.
I want that because they already are. It's fine because they already are introducing some pretty strong stuff with this update. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Like, have you seen the farming shit? That's farming XP on steroids. Dragon
Yeah.
Hunter lands and like the ferocious gloves. Those are too huge. They're huge. You know what I mean? They're pretty big updates in my opinion, power creep wise. So
Oh, I
So, yeah,
apologize.
I'm
I did
glad.
not read all of the updates. There's a lot more at the bottom. I thought it was just so you
yeah,
get
but
free
the other
access.
two are small stuff. I'm not. You know what I mean? We're not.
20.
really
Yeah,
worried.
it's just some collectibles I'd see, and then
Yeah.
80
But
free
like,
dynamite.
I would like to talk the more so on the hard end elites because those are usually the big, the big reward ones, right? The most
Yeah.
impactful ones, right?
10% reduced burn chance at the city kitchens. Anyone use the city kitchens? Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah. That's like when you're using the
if you're
equipping
high
food,
enough
iron
level
and
to
stuff
the elite Karen though, you're probably not burning anything. But I mean, still pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because there's a bank right next to it. Okay. Well, 5%
Wait, it
increased
says
yield from
20
the.
Slayer points if you do the elite one. That's cool. Instead of 18.
Oh, that's big. 20 Slayer
Wait.
points. Is
Oh,
fast,
I
that's huge.
missed
Dude,
that.
isn't that the
That's
same as Wildy Slayer, or is it Wildy Slayer 25?
I think it's. I don't know.
I
Actually,
thought
I haven't
Wildy
done
Slayer was like 15.
It might actually. Holy shit, this is gonna be like the best way to get Slayer points.
it. But you're gonna get some crazy tasks though, probably. Potentially.
And you have to have those stats
No,
to
no,
unlock it.
She gives 25 points per task for Slayer in the Wildy.
Yeah. So it won't be as. It probably won't be better than say doing birth op 9 times and then going to Doradale or your highest one, the 10th time, because that's insanely fast. That's the fastest. Like not even Wildy Slayer can beat it. I'm pretty sure. So, if
It's
you
still
want,
good though.
Yeah,
20
still
Slayer
good.
points is
Yeah.
good.
yeah, it's pretty good.
I
mean,
didn't
better for
even
me,
see
'cause
that.
I'm not doing point camping stuff. I never do those. It's a waste of time, to be honest.
You already have too many points, mate.
I mean, I only have like 2K, so if I'm gonna skip, if I'm gonna be skipping, I'm gonna be out of points soon.
Okay,
for those type
so
of things, so.
we've pretty much gotten to the end
Also-
here.
Dude, it says 80 free dynamite a day. Dynamite. Is dynamite is it useful for anything?
Sounds like a
Yeah,
protein
it's
powder.
It's for blast
Blast
mine.
money, yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
I haven't done. I haven't done that.
No, I've never done it.
It's good for mining and ores. It's good XP and ores. It's
Okay.
not FK though.
Yeah. Okay, so
So-
now we're gonna talk about the Forsaken Tower, which is a tower.
Wait, actually, can we backtrack to the diary rewards?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
There's some really crazy shit.
What do you want to look into,
The
man?
ability to combine Slayer Helmet with Station Helmet, so that would make your Shaman killing for Warhammer easier on task. Pretty big one.
I didn't. Where
5%.
is that?
Oh yeah, that is big.
Hard on the
Hard.
That is
Oh,
pretty
that
big.
is insane.
Yeah. Ability to combine. 5% increased shield from Insidious and Farming Guild herb patches, which is another big one to be honest. A lot of people do herb runs, so that's another increase on top of the Farming Guild stuff already, like the world effect one. Also for the elite one, there's 10% additional blood runes from rune crafting. No extra XP, just extra blood runes, which is huge to be honest.
That
'Cause you'll
okay?
get-
I'm
you'll
sad
get,
I missed
like-
that. My bad.
Yeah,
That's
in
insane.
the long run, right? In the long run, you're gonna get 10% more blood runes, which is big to be honest. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the stuff that we didn't cover. So. we're
Okay,
good.
yeah. Thanks for covering. That's actually really insane. I'm sad I missed that. Okay. All right. Well, the Forsaken Tower. I'll just read this here. For thousands of years, the Wintertodt has remained safely sealed behind the great doors of Din. Alas, despite the attempts of the Lova smiths and the Arceus mages, the doors are falling. The only Din himself knew the secrets behind the creation of these doors. Without his knowledge, there'd be nothing to stop the Wintertodt escaping and bringing ruin upon Kourend. So it's
Wait, hold up. Was his
it's
name Din? As in
Yeah,
like
Din's Bulwark, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
by Din's Bulwark, there's gonna be something going on.
is it not
with
the
this.
little tornado in
This is-
Wintertodt?
this- No, I don't. No.
not that
Dude,
guy,
this is gonna. There's gonna be like a
It's
10,
like a
10
lore.
dim bulwark requirement where 10 players need dim bulwarks.
There we go. Merch.
100%.
Like
Merch.
these quests are actually easy. They're actually novice level quests.
Yeah, you get
because
one
they're-
quest point, 6,000 coins, 500 fighting
Yeah,
experience.
it's to complement
Maybe
the
not.
other. It's to complement the other 3 quests that already came out.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
I'm
That's
down for
cool,
these
man. I
cutie
like-
quests. I'm down for
I
them.
like a little bit of lore, dude. You know.
Yeah, they're
Din's
just adding more
bulwark.
lore to that. Yeah.
Right, figuring out there's a guy called Dins. Like
I thought it was the little dude in the winter toll trying to get through the door, like little tornado dude. I didn't. Okay. No idea.
That's Winter Todd itself. Yeah.
Why can't he beat his ass? I mean, come on. You know, it's a big ass tornado. All right. The second quest, I believe, the Ascent of Arceus. Do you guys mind me reading out the little
Yeah,
thing?
sure, go ahead.
Okay. I guess because there's not
We're
much to
pretty
talk
much
about.
done now, finally. So.
Yeah. A long time ago, the citizens of Arceus house gave up their human bodies and claimed more immortality. So these are the library people. This
Yep.
event was known as the Ascent of Arceus, and it marked the end of death
The
with
library people.
Arceus house. Yeah, that's all I see him as, dude. Or so they believed. For the first time in 1,000 years, a member of Arceus house has fallen, which is weird because the house has only been there for about a year now. So, all right, you will need to solve the mystery of this death. However, this time the essence and fate of Arceus house lies within your hands. The library people need your help.
Yeah, so it'll be the final 2 quests missing from the 5-story. Because like each quest represents each city.
You gotta find some more fucking books. You know what I mean?
Dude, do you know what they need to? Do you know what they need to do? They need to bring out a boss or something where you need to have the best defense and prayer bonus in game. Combine the Din's Bulwark with
Yes.
Justicar, with the Dragon Bone Necklace
Hell
upgrade.
yeah, dude.
Best prayer bonus, best defense, the only way to do it, and actually make those items viable.
Yeah, that's what
Like, that
I've
would be
always
sick.
been.
And then
preaching.
next week,
I've been
Luke's doing it
preaching
naked
that
with
for a long
flowers,
time.
dude. So, just saying.
I've been preaching the idea, that they need a defensive focused boss because, there's a ton of defensive stuff that isn't really that.
All right, full Torag,
I-
Amulet of the Dam, dude. Where's that coming in at? Am I right,
Dude,
boys?
I still don't understand how Justicar is so cheap, because if you combine Justicar with an Elysian, it's better defensively and absorbs more damage than what a Divine did back in pre-OC. I don't understand why it's so cheap. Well, I do, because offensive always beats defensive.
Yeah. It's
But
just
like,
that
it's
yeah.
so good.
It's for
It's good armor.
soloing.
It's just so cheap.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's just the bosses that we have right now are just does not need defensively reliant shit.
Even Inferno doesn't need it.
Yeah.
If they brought out like a mini game where you need like the best prayer and you
Yeah,
need the
or a
best
boss.
defense,
The mini game would be dead. All right, all mini games
I
die.
want-
No,
No, I
no,
want-
that'd be cool. And
They
then
can-
they
Nah,
give
it'd be
some
dead.
cool
Last Man
perks.
Standing's dead, and that was fun.
Yeah, they
All right.
can make bosses where they have special abilities which reflect upon your defense or something,
Yeah.
Like, for example, like, if it sees that you don't have a certain amount of range defense, it'll hit like super fucking hard, like twice as hard or something on you.
Like all they really need to do is like steal Wells mechanics for like one boss where one
Yeah.
person takes all the damage, so you need somebody that's in tank and everybody else just DPSs it. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah,
Just to give it
no,
like
they can do anything. There's so many things that you can do to make them useful.
I thought they were trying to do a Feeder of Blood, but they didn't
They
quite
didn't.
hit the
It's still
mark.
a DPS. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't hit the mark there.
They basically need a boss that pretty much will one hit you 100% of the time, unless you have full Justicar and like
Or-
some sort of
I mean,
defensive gear.
that's one way, or they make it so that like the boss checks your defense, and depending on how much it is, like if it meets a certain level, it'll like do certain things that
Dude,
will
they
make
could-
it not worth your time.
They can make it so cool. They could give it like
Yeah.
a Cerberus effect, so the tank doesn't just brain dead like stand there in that gear and just absorb the damage. Like it might fire something at you, and you have to quickly equip the
switch to the right
spectral,
gear. Yeah.
so that you take half damage or like half prey. You have to keep your eye on your prayer, your health,
Exactly,
and like
yeah.
actually making it difficult. And if
Yeah.
you die, your whole team wipes.
Yeah, like
if
for
they did something
exactly,
like that,
exactly.
be
Like
so good.
like an attack where like it's melee based, it'll hit 100 plus no matter what. But like if you were just this year an Ellie, you can like soak it,
Yeah,
and
and
survive.
it only hit like 75, and then you have to be
Yeah,
ready for
exactly.
the next thing. Like, if
Yeah,
they did
exactly,
something like that, that would be so cool. I'd
Yeah,
love
they
it.
could do so many things. I mean, we could literally do a podcast on that one by itself, right? But yeah, they could do that. I'm just saying they need to make it useful. They can do so many things
Yeah,
to make it useful for sure.
100%.
100%.
You guys are getting real motivated over here.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but it's because there's not a place for defensive armor, and it looks so cool. And there should be a role for a tank, which
Yeah,
isn't
more
just
roles,
standing there. Not just a tank that just stands there and absorbs damage and eats food. So a tank that actually has to do stuff. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Whether it be
beyond
equipped
that.
in different tanky items or praying the right
Well,
thing.
if you want a tank
Yeah.
mini game, just take that armor into Rev Caves and wait for a bit, and there you go, dude. That's what I do, and I got that shit all the time. So I mean, but
I think there's like there's so many possibilities.
well, that's
Like,
a good
there
thing
really
though.
is.
Like, it'll probably happen, to be honest.
Somebody
No,
needs to
they
listen
will,
to
they
what
will.
we've just said. Someone
They
needs to
will,
listen
they
to
will.
what we just said and come up with like a really cool
If
idea.
you watch
for, like, a
all
mini
2
game
hours
or
of this
boss.
till the end, you know,
It's
share
worth.
with
It's
the
worth.
mods,
Yeah.
right?
Honestly, give this video a like if you've gone all the way, because that just
You're an
means-
absolute-
You know you like this video, so
Yeah.
you better show us. You better tell us.
Yeah, boys, let us know down in the comments. If you have watched this far, just type something down in the comments, like just occur. I don't know.
I'll be
Be
waiting-
creative, I don't care.
I'll be
Just
waiting
occur.
for my
Tank
hate
armor great
comments.
Again. How about make tank armor
Yeah,
great?
I like that. Make tank armor great again. Type that down in the comments if you're listening.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
But-
that was a legendary podcast. I learned a ton. Like,
yeah.
for end reactions here. I was kind of excited for this update. I didn't know much about it. Now I'm super excited. I'm really thrilled to play my Iron Man. There's a ton of updates for literally every kind of count, even pures, dragon knives. Like there's
Like,
just something for
awesome,
everybody
dude.
in
Yeah.
this update, and they have done
I like it.
extremely well with this. It's decently
I'll
balanced.
tell you what, I'm so glad that we brought Rion as a permanent host, because I guarantee we wouldn't have made a podcast on this, because
Well, who would have
would've just
explained it?
glimpsed Over, I
Not
would
my
have
ass.
glimpsed over the farming stuff and just been
Yeah.
like, man.
Make
Whatever.
sure that the title for this podcast is fire. Hey boys.
No, it was genuinely like interesting seeing how passionate you were about certain things to do with skills. Like, I was listening to you and I could see it in your face. You were genuinely ecstatic about these updates. I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I overall like the proposals. I mean, I'm kind of concerned about all the like crazy. More honestly, I'm a PVMer mostly, but like the skilling stuff, I'm kind of concerned with the farming, because like you're gonna get some insane farming rates from now on after this update passes. You get so many new trees and new patches, so you can do literally a whole cycle of farming over and over again.
What I'm concerned
You
with
have like no breaks.
is just like how rare are Slayer tasks to get the new boss, right? Because every time a new Slayer monster comes out, it's super rare to get the boss tasks. You got these certain lucky people going in there first, getting the items first. I like a boss that everyone can just jump into because everyone's excited to. Like the Gargoyle boss, you had to get a key for that, right?
Yeah. I
And-
just hope they make it an instance and like
It
there's not a
better
million
be.
people waiting to attack it, because that's just gonna
Yeah.
be.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's happened
I
before.
mean, they've already done it for Sire service and a bunch of things. They're probably gonna do like those, a few rooms of those same boss, whatever.
Because that's
you know,
gonna be
they do that.
packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
So
it's
that's
gonna be
just
pretty packed.
my little concern. But either way,
But at the same time, though, it's gonna be harder. There's gonna be lesser people being able to do this one because it's 95 Slayer,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you have to get it from that Slayer master though. So if you run out of points, you're done.
mhm.
So yeah.
grind them
so-
shits up, bro. You got a couple
yeah,
months.
Yeah. We got to it's in January, coming on January, boys.
So yeah, I got
so-
a long time to gear up
Get
for that
grinding
bad
your
boy.
Slayer points,
Woo!
boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, are we gonna mention the polls now, or what's up?
Sorry, I was
do you
almost
wanna-
about to end. I forgot. Here are the polls.
Yeah.
Don't forget to vote for what you want. We're not gonna tell you what to vote for, but pretty much the majority
Holy
of things
shit.
look
Please
like they're passing.
disregard the poll results in progress. You're honestly not supposed to be able to see this stuff. You right?
Yeah, I like seeing it
So,
because it's overpowered.
Yeah. Anyways, just honestly
Everything.
think.
Everything's
Yeah, we
passing,
all-
dude.
Yeah, we all
Is
have
there
different
anything that's
opinions.
not?
That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, because there's no point in voting no, because the moment you see 50+% on something, you're just gonna say yes if you're not paying attention to
Yeah.
the updates themselves.
It's funny because some of these have
So-
low as 4%, and usually the community just hates everything that other people
Yeah,
like.
but this is
So-
this is the reality of the polls. It's the fact that you can see the results, so everyone just votes yes nowadays. Because like they're
Wow.
not, most people don't care to go, and think about these updates very critically.
Yeah,
I'm just
everything's
saying,
passing.
if you've watched us and listened to us talk about things, like kind of have an idea like what you like, which ones you like, and which ones you don't. You should really vote no to stuff that you don't like and vote yes to stuff that you like. Not just like what
It makes a
what you
difference,
see,
to be honest. It does.
Right, just don't vote yes just because you see that, oh, there's no point. Everyone's already voting yes. Because like, you're not supposed to see this until the result's over. So Jagex, you know, honestly, like,
Got a bone to pick with them, dude. All right,
Yeah,
1v1
no.
Yeah, I don't know
Isabel.
why they do that. They
it's
shouldn't.
so stupid. Like, this is not how a poll works. You're not supposed to see
The
this
question
at all.
is, the acceptance rate for things that pass, 75%. If we couldn't see them, would things pass, right?
Well, I mean, that's up to the poll. That's up to the poll. The design of 75% is arbitrary. This, you know what I mean? It's
Because if they were to hide it, they should have a lower, like 60%.
Yeah, it should,
65%.
like, if they hide it, it
75's
should really be
too-
50-50, right? Because that's as fair as it gets.
Right,
That's
if they
as
were to
it gets.
hide it, I'd say
Yeah.
like 60, because some of that shit can be easily swayed over, and it's kind of scary. But
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind 75. I'm just saying, keep this hidden. It's really important. Because, like, we all say, oh, everything's passing. See, that's already influenced your mind. You're already like, yeah, everything's already passing. I'm not supposed to say yes, you know? It's kind of lame.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, so. But yeah, like, that's not the point we want to talk about this video. I'm just saying, like, vote based on what you like, right? Vote no to something you don't like, right? That you believe you don't want in the game, right? So, that's about it for me.
All right, you guys got any last words? Because this podcast is going to be wrapping up very soon.
Yeah.
Nope. That's
Not
pretty
much.
much it.
Nope.
I've said everything.
Like, comment, share. If you got friends that you think would be interested, make sure you send them the link and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Obviously,
Remember,
we'll be
boys.
uploading hopefully every single week. If you guys really like it, we'll try to get them out sooner. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that jazz.
OSRS podcast, the best old school RuneScape podcast. All right. And
Yeah,
don't forget,
Right now, we're trying to start something like unique and stuff. So if you think there's people that like podcast stuff, you know, tell them to come through for sure.
Pokemon go to the polls.